Well, we had a very interesting Fayette County Election Board meeting last Thursday. State Representative Tim Mahoney showed up, and Mr. Mahoney claimed that he had petitions that had forging the names of dozens of people on a petition from Michael Cavanaugh when he was trying to run against Tim Mahoney last spring in the spring primary. Mr. Cavanaugh had been trying to get on the ballot. However, he was thrown off because he is a convicted felon, and as such it was ruled that he can't run for office. But he did submit these petitions, which Tim Mahoney claimed had dozens of forged names. He said that he hired somebody, a specialist, a handwriting expert, to come in and look at the names, and that they talked to 27 people who claimed that their names had been forged on the petition, including a priest and an attorney. Mr. Cavanaugh, for his part, denied that there was any problems with it. He said it was the first time he heard of any problems, whatever. He also said that he did not circulate all of the petitions personally, although he did sign. He said that some people were scared to sign for political reasons. So, and then he also leveled his own charges against Tim Mahoney concerning when Tim tried to get that referendum for the school consolidation on the ballot. He was claiming that the way that Tim handled that was not done properly, although Tim claimed that he was only following the advice of the Election Bureau, and he felt that he did do everything properly. So the Election Board referred the allegations to Fayette County District Attorney Jack Hennicks, who said that he's already considering forming a grand jury on some other issues, and that he would see about forming a grand jury, see that they might consider looking into these election fraud possibilities. And these are rather serious charges. Forgery, of course, of any sort can't really be tolerated and should never be done under any circumstances. And certainly if they're proven, Mr. Cavanaugh should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Same way with Mr. Mahoney. If he did do something, particularly if it was something that was done on purpose or trying to avoid the election laws, he should also be prosecuted to the fullest. These are serious charges that really go to the heart of our democracy. However, the one thing that I do want to say, and I talked about this earlier, is that in the end you do have to wonder about all these election petitions and whether they really are necessary. We here in Fayette County, we have so many issues with these things, and these petitions are very complicated. For instance, you can only circulate a petition if you're a Democrat. You can only circulate it for Democrats in the primary. Second of all, if you've moved, does your residence match up with where maybe you haven't had time to make it down to Election Bureau yet, so does that match your residence? So there's all kind of complicating factors here, and it just makes you wonder, like, why can't you just go down to the Election Board and just, sure, there's minimum requirements, maybe you have to be a citizen or have to be a certain age or whatever, but like, why should you have to go out and file all these petitions and everything? And really, it's done more, I always thought, more for the incumbents, because they're the ones that are familiar. Newcomers, a lot of times, they're not that, they just don't know about all the technicalities involved with all these petitions and stuff, and it's very difficult, and that's why we see every election people, somebody who wants to run for office and they get tripped up by these technicalities and stuff. So, this is America. Shouldn't you be able to just, if you want to run for office, you should be able to run for office? And a lot of times too, I'm sure people probably, by the time they even think about running here, they find out that the deadline for filing these petitions and everything is already passed, because typically it's that these deadlines and stuff are months ahead of the election. And it really is. It's just basically designed to protect the incumbents and to make it harder for people, for newcomers, and for people who are outside the system to run. And I really think that if any legislator out there or anybody agrees with me, to contact your legislator and let them know that you think these laws should be changed. And this is America, and people should be able to run. We should make it easy for people to run, not make it hard, not make them go through these various landmines here. So other thing I want to note is it will be interesting to see, because typically what does happen, typically when these nominating petitions are filed, typically they go to court and before the election, and all that happens is somebody's tossed off the election. There's never really been criminal charges filed or whatever. So if criminal charges do result from this investigation, this could be a first, and this could be something that really is looked at. But at some point, let's hope that we can do away with all these nominating petitions and everything and just get down to brass tacks and let people run who want to run, as long as they meet the basic requirements. So we're going to take a break right now. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
At the Herald-Standard.com, our mission is to provide news, information, and services to enable our communities to prosper. Every day, we strive to achieve this goal through 3 dynamic products. Wake up each morning to a copy of the Herald-Standard.com newspaper delivered to your home. Enjoy the e-edition and exact replica of our print product on your computer, tablet, or smartphone. Or secure unlimited access to our full-coverage digital news site online at Herald-Standard.com. One local news leader, 3 great options.
Okay, we're talking about these allegations by both Tim Mahoney and Michael Kavanaugh, talking about election fraud concerning these nomination petitions and whatever. And look forward to hearing what you have to say. Please feel free to either send us a letter to the editor. You could email it to mokeefe@heraldstandard.com, or you can send it to Herald Standard, 8-18 Church Street, Uniontown, PA 15401. And just remember, please, to sign the letter and also give your phone number so that we can verify. We do not print anonymous letters, and we must have your phone number to verify it. Also, too, just wanted to talk real quick about something that we get questions about, where people write in letters either praising or they're critical of businesses. And the problem with, if someone's praising them, then that could really be considered as an ad, and we really have to be careful that maybe you could have the owner of a business and his good friend sends in a letter. So we're very wary of that, and we would consider that a free ad, and we would not run that letter, no matter who it comes from or whatever. It's just something that we think you have to be very careful of. And then also, when people are critical of businesses, and the problem with that is that the business could possibly sue not only the person writing the letter, but they could sue us. You would almost have to talk to them and do some type of story, whatever. So that's really not appropriate also for a letter to the editor. So just a couple things. It's not personal whether we print it or don't print it, but these are the guidelines and things that we really have to follow by the law. So that'll be it for today's On the Mark. My name is Mark O'Keefe. I'm Executive Editor for Herald-Standard.com. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you later.